kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Second, cuts to his corner, takes the shot, he scores!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's starting lineups. For the Plum Mustangs, number 12, Seth Favreau. Number 22, Ian Mawhinney. Number 14, Alex Smith. Number 13, Jacob Pedley. Number 19, Jackson Newland. Number 23, Maxwell Bryce. Number 7, Adam Smith. And number 10, Mason Eber. Number 8, Mark Baumgartner. The Mustangs are coached by head coach Fisher McGuinness, assisted by Jake Stone and Brad Stone. And now for your Indians of Peters Township, number 1, Matthias Maxwell. Number 3, Bryce O'Donnell. Number 11, Alex Klein. Number 15, Ryan Deegan. Number 16, Anthony Linkus. Number 20, Eli Hemmingson. Number 24, Dane Sale. And number 34, Declan McMahon. The Indians are coached by head coach Cullen Vera, assisted by Maggie Syverson, Alex Buell, and Pat Vera. Good luck and enjoy the match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AHN Arena on the campus of Peters Township High School for tonight's boys Class 3A boys volleyball matchup, featuring Peters Township Indians out of Class 3A Section 1 and the Plum Mustangs out of Class 3A Section 3. Teams are getting ready to take the court momentarily. So the starting lineups for tonight, folks, for Plum, number 12, Seth Favreau. Number 22, Ian Mawhinney. Number 14, Alex Smith. Number 13, Jacob Pedley. Number 19, Jackson Newland. Number 23, Maxwell Grice. Number 7, Adam Smith. And number 10, Mason Eber. For your Peters Township Indians, number 12, Matthias Maxwell. Number 1, Matthias Maxwell. Number 3, Bryce O'Donnell. Number 11, Alex Klein. Number 15, Ryan Deegan. Number 16, Anthony Lingus. Number 20, Eli Hemmingson. Number 24, Dane Sales. Number 34, Declan McMahon. And number 3, Bryce O'Donnell will be the libero for Peters. For Plum, the libero will be number 12, Seth Favreau. Plum is coached by Fisher McGuinness, assisted by Brad Stone. Peters Township is head coach Colin Vereb, assisted by Maggie Spierson, Alex Buell, and Pat Vereb. Referees are setting the lineups. We will begin momentarily. Plum's going to start off with service tonight. Peters Township in serve receive. It's number 22, Ian Mawhinney, puts it over. Peters sets it up. That hit goes over. Plum sets now. That hit dug out by Peters. Klein sets it. Free ball pushed over. Brought right back. Plum sets it now. Peters blocks at the net. Klein pushes it, but Plum keeps it in play. Good volley going between the two teams here. Pushed over. Plum pulls it back, but it goes wide of the stick. 1-0 Peters Township. Alex Klein will be back to serve. Klein serve over. Plum shanks it. It's going to be 2-0 Peters Township, and that is an ace for Alex Klein. Klein's jump serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit at the net. Dug out by PT. Goes wide of the sideline. Point Plum. 2-1 Peters Township. Maxwell Grice back to serve for Plum. Grice's jump serve over. Peters digs it out, pushes over. Plum sets. That hit. Peters sets it up. Free ball hit over. Set up by Plum. That's a block at the net by number 34, Declan McMahon, and number 20, Eli Hemmingson. Good job on the block for PT. Lingus jump serve over. Brought right back by Plum. Peters lets it drop. Point Plum. 3-2 Peters Township. Favreau's serve over. Peters sets. McMahon hits. Dug out by Plum. Pushed over. Klein sets it up for PT. Hit and blocked at the net by Plum. Point Plum. Score is tied up at 3. Favreau's jump serve over. Free ball hit over by PT. Plum sets. Can't get a handle on the hit. Point Peters Township. Sales will enter the game for Hemmingson for PT. O'Donnell's back to serve. O'Donnell's jump serve over. Plum sets it. Hit and kill. That goes out. So the point's going to go to Peters Township. 5-3, Peters leads. Donald's jump serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit, dug out by PT, pulled back, kept in play, free ball brought over. Plum sets. Hit and block. That was number 15, Ryan Deegan, and number 24, Dane Sales on the block. Score is 6-3, Peters Township. O'Donnell's serve goes into the net. It's going to be a point for Plum. Entering for Plum is number 13, Jacob Pedley. He will be back to serve. Pedley's serve over. Klein sets it. McMahon with the hit. Plum digs it out. Hit over. Peters digs it. Klein sets. Deegan hits. Kill for Ryan Deegan. Point for Peters Township. Matthias Maxwell back to serve for PT. His jump serve over. Plum sets it, hit and kill by number 19, Jackson Newland of Plum. Back to serve is number 14, Alex Smith. Smith serve over long of the end line. Point Peters Township, 8-5. Peters leads. Deegan's serve into the net, 8-6. Peters Township. Entering for Plum is number 8, Mark Baumgartner, and number 23, Maxwell Grice. Newland serve over. Good job by Alex Klein dinking that over the net. He took a bad pass and made a good play out of it. Point Peters Township. Sales serve over. Plum tries to catch Peters off guard. They went in the net in the process. Point will go to Peters Township. Dane Sales, hard jump serve, overpass. Hemmingson puts it down at the net, 11-6 PT. Sales jump serve over. Another overpass by Plum. Peters puts it down. Plum puts it back, goes out of bounds. 12-6 PT leads. Plum is going to take a timeout to talk things over. Okay. Teams retake the court. Sales up to serve for PT. His jump serve goes into the net. He'll take a seat. O'Donnell will re-enter for Peters. Number 13, Pedley re-enters for Plum. Serves over. Klein sets it. Lingus on the push. Plum keeps it in play. Free ball pushed over. Referee's going to call carry. Point Peters Township. McMahon will come into the game for Maxwell. Alex Klein back to serve for PT. Alex's serve over. Off the fingertips of Plum, but they keep it in play. Free ball brought back. PT sets. McMahon can't get the push over. Point Plum. Grice's serve over. Good serve there by Grice. Klein sets for PT. McMahon on the hit and kill. Nice kill there for Declan McMahon. Score is 14-8 Peters. Lingus back to serve. Lingus serve into the net. Point Plum. 14-9 PT. Jackson Newland enters for Plum. Seth Favreau is serving. His serve goes long. Point Peters Township. Sales will jump in for Hemmingson. O'Donnell's jump serve over. Shanked by Plum. Ace for Bryce O'Donnell. O'Donnell's serve over. Dances down the line, stays in play. Second ace in a row for Bryce O'Donnell. Okay, Plum will take service. Serving is number 13, Jacob Pedley. His jump serve into the net. Point Peters Township. (18-10) PT. Maxwell enters the game for McMahon. He will be back to serve. Maxwell's jump serve over. Plum sets. Hit blocked at the net by PT. Brought right back. Plum sets again. It's a carry by Plum. Point Peters Township. Maxwell's serve over. Plum sets it. Free ball brought back. Klein sets for PT. Hit and kill by Ryan Deegan. That is his second kill of the evening. 20-10, Peters Township leads. Plum is going to take their second time out of the game to talk things over. Okay, folks. Maxwell serving for PT. His jump serve over. Plum sets it up. Pushed over. Tipped over by PT. Set up by Plum. A hit. Dug out by Peters. Klein sets. Deegan pushes. Plum sets it up now. Peters sets. Peters on the overpass. Plum puts it down. It's going to be 20-11. That was number 19, Jackson Newland. Put that overpass down for Plum. Okay, Smith serve over for Plum. Peters sets. Deegan with the hit. Blocked at the net. It's number 19, Jackson Newland, on the block for Plum. Smith serve over. Long of the end line. Point Peters Township. Into the game for PT for the first time this evening is number 18, Connor McElhaney. Serving is Ryan Deegan. Serve over. Plum sets. Can't get a handle on the third hit. Point Peters Township. Coming into the game for PT is number 19, Ben Doomer. Deegan serve grazes the net, goes over. Plum sets. Hit, dug out by PT. Free ball pushed back over. Set up now by Plum. Hit and kill by number 23, Maxwell Grace of Plum. Newland's serve goes into the net. It's going to be 23-13 Peters Township. Hemmingson will enter the game. Sales will be back to serve. Sales serve wide to the sideline. Point Plum. He'll take a seat. O'Donnell will return. Mulhenny's jump serve over. Long of the end line. Point Peters Township. McMahon will jump back into the game. Alex Klein's back to serve. Game point here for Peters Township. Klein serve over. Plum sets. Hit and kill by number 23, Maxwell Grice of Plum. Doing a good job this evening. We mentioned his name a few times already. He will also be back to serve. Grice serve over off the tips of Peters Township. Free ball kept in play, hit back over. Plum sets it up. Their hit goes long. Be point Peters Township. First game goes to Peters Township with a score of 25-15. We'll take a brief break in the action. Be returning in a few minutes for game number 2. Okay, folks. Teams will take the court for the second game. Looks like the same group of starters for Peters Township. Peters Township will start out serving this second game. Plum Mustangs in serve, receive. Looks like the same group of starters for Plum as well. Referees checking lineups, saying we're good to go. So Alex Klein will start out the serving for Peters Township. Klein's jump serve over. Plum sets it up. Brought over. PT sets it. McMahon on the hit. And kill. Second kill of the evening for Declan McMahon. 1-0 Peters Township. Klein's serve over the net. Plum sets it up. It's number 23 again, Maxwell Grice on that hit and kill for Plum. Ties the score at 1. Ian Mulhenny back to serve for Plum. Mulhenny's serve over. Klein sets it. Hemingsway pushes it over. Plum sets it. That hit goes wide. 2-1 PT. Lingus back to serve. Lingus jump serve over. Plum sets. Pushed over. PT sets it up now. McMahon on the hit. And kill. Third kill of the evening, Declan McMahon. 3-1, Peters Township leads. Lingus serve barely gets over the net. Plum hit goes long. 4-1 PT. Lingus jump serve over. Overpass by Plum. Hemmingson puts it down for PT. Plum going on his, or Lingus going on his 4th serve in a row here. Gets it over. Plum sets. That hit goes into the net. It's now 6-1 Peters Township. Lingus serve over. Plum sets. That hit goes up. Peters Township free ball brought back. Plum sets. Hit over. Peters sets it up. Now Deegan on the hit. Plum digs it out, keeps it in play. Hit over. Stays in. Point Plum. That was Jackson Newland on the hit for Plum. Number 14, Alex Smith, re-enters the game. Favereau's jump serve over. Klein sets. McMahon on the hit and kill. Hard kill there by Declan McMahon. O'Donnell's jump serve over. Plum sets, pushed over. Brought right back by Peters. Good job there by Alex Klein to get a handle on that ball and bring it right back over for PT. 8-2, PT leads. Donald's serve over. Plum brings it back in play and pulls it over. Good job there by Plum to keep that in play. Peters caught off guard. Grace's serve over. PT sets. McMahon pushes. Plum sets. Hit and block. Point Peters Township. That was McMahon with the block. Number 10, Porter Erb, enters the game for the first time for PT. He will be back to serve. Erb serve over. Mustang set and push. Peters sets. Hit. That was Ryan Deegan on the hit. Plum did get a hand on it on the block, but it still went down. So while we have a break in the action here, I will mention that Peters is coming off a big win versus South Fayette. They are 1-0 so far in match play this season. I have no idea what Plum's record is. I tried to look it up online, but wasn't able to find anything. So I'm not sure what their record is, if they have played any section games yet or not. Okay. Erb's serve falls short of the net. It's 10-4 Peters. Pedley back to serve for Plum. His serve goes long. It's 11-4 Peters. Deegan's back to serve. Deegan's jump serve goes long. Point Plum. Smith and Newland re-enter the game for Plum. Smith is back to serve. His serve over. PT pushes. Good job by Alex Klein to get that ball down. 12-5 Peters. Hemmingson returns to the game. Sales is back to serve. Good hard jump server in Sales. Gets that ball over. I jinxed him. He put it into the net. It's 12-6 Peters Township. Newland serve over. free ball pushed over by PT. Joust at the net. Plum sets it. Overpass, but Peters can't put it down. That hit goes way long of the end line. Number 25, Eli Washchak, enters for Plum. The referee called where someone touched the ball there for Peters Township. That's why the point went to Plum. Newland serve over. PT shanks it. Ace for Newland, point for Plum. Newland serve over. Good hard serve by Newland. Second ace in a row. 12-9 Plum. Peters is going to call a timeout, take a minute to talk things over. So a little bit about the Peters lineup here. So the starting lineup there is 3 seniors, McMahon, Maxwell, Deegan. 4 11th graders, Bryce O'Donnell, Anthony Lingus, Hemmingson, and Sales. And then freshman setter Alex Klein. Alex Klein is the younger brother of senior Nathan Klein, who is one of Peters Township's leaders, but unfortunately injured at the moment. Newland serve over. Klein sets it. Lingus pushes. Plum sets it. That hit brought right back. Overpass and put down. Good job by Plum putting that overpass down. It's now 12-10. Newland's jump serve over. Peters sets it. Hit by Lingus. Set up by Plum. Put over by Plum. Free ball hit over by Peters. Set up. Hit and kill. Number 23, Maxwell Grice of Plum. Peters going to make a lineup change, try and shake things up a little bit. McMahon will come in for Herb. Oh, that point went to Peters Township. I'm sorry. Klein serve over. Plum sets. Peters keeps it in play. Free ball hit over. Plum sets it up now. Hit and kill, number 25, Eli Washchuk of Plum. Serve goes wide. Point Peters Township. Score is 13-11. Lingus is back to serve. Referee taking a moment to look over the lineups. Lingus jump serve over. Plum sets it up. That is Maxwell Grice on the hit, but it goes long. Lingus serve over. Plum pushes it. Point Plum. Favreau's serve over. Peters pushes it, overpass. Plum puts it down. Referee says Peters into the net. The other people usually move it, you know what I mean? So it's up to you if you want to or not. O'Donnell's serve over. Stays in play. Ace for Bryce O'Donnell. 17-13, Peters Township. O'Donnell's jump serve over. Right back, overpass. Peters can't put it down. That point will go to Plum. Grice's serve over. Long of the end line. Point Peters Township. Herb will come in for McMahon. He will be back to serve. Score is 18-14. Peters Township leads. Herb serve over. Plum sets, hit and kill by number 19, Jackson Noland of Plum. Pedley serve over. Klein sets for PT. Deegan pushes it over. Plum sets. That hit's blocked by Peters Township. Not blocked, set up by Peters Township. That hit goes long. Ref overruled the line judge there. So we'll keep it in play. Point Peters Township. Deegan's serve goes into the net. 19-16, Peters Township leads. Serving for Plum is number 14, Alex Smith. Smith's jump serve over. Klein sets. Lingus on the hit, blocked. Overpass, put down by Plum. Referee says the Plum player reached over the net, so that point will go to Peters Township. Sales serve over. Plum sets. That hit goes into the net. 21-16, Peters Township. Plum's going to take a timeout to talk things over. With the score 21-16, Peters Township leading. Okay, teams are taking the court once again. Sales is back to serve. Sales serve goes into the net. Point Plum. He'll sit down. O'Donnell will return. Newland's jump serve over. Overpass by PT. Plum puts it down. Once again, that's Maxwell Grice of Plum. Mentioned his name a lot this evening. Newland serve over. Peters sets it up. Free ball pushed. Plum sets. Blocked at the net. Now Peters sets. Lingus with the push. Plum sets back up. Dug out by Peters Township. Klein pushes it over. Point Peters Township. Alex Klein back to serve. McMahon will replace Erb. Alex Klein's serve is over. Plum sets, hit, and blocked at the net. McMahon and Hemmingson on the block. I've mentioned their name a few times on blocks this evening, doing a good job at the net for Peters Township. Klein serve over. Plum digs it out. Hit and kill by number 19, Jackson Newland of Plum. Number 10, Mason Eber will enter the game for Plum. Mulhenny serve over. Peters shanks it. Point for Plum. It's now 23-20, Peters Township. Mulhenny serve over. Peters sets it. McMahon's hit is blocked. Another point to Plum. Peters going to take a timeout to talk things over. With Plum mounting a small comeback here, the score 23-21. Peters Township leads. There's a lot of freshmen on this Peters Township team as I look at the roster. It's like they have about 6 freshmen. As I mentioned, Alex Klein is starting setter for Peters Township. Okay, Mulhenny serve over. Klein sets, McMahon's hit. It's a kill for Declan McMahon. 24-21, game point here for Peters Township. Lingus is back to serve. His jump serve over. Plum sets. Grice's hit goes long. Peters takes game number 2 with a score of 25-21. We'll take a break for just a few minutes, and we'll be back for game number 3. Okay, folks, while we have a minute, we'll take a look at upcoming schedule here for PT. So, March 30th, they are at Seneca Valley High School. Then this coming weekend, Peters Township is hosting a tournament here at Peters Township High School. So if you're in the area, want to see some good volleyball, please stop by for that. Then coming off of that, Peters Township will begin section play on April 4th versus Bethel Park High School here at AHN Arena. Bethel Park, always a big game for the Indians. And then from there, it really gets into the section play after that with Cannon Mac, Upper St. Clair, Moon, and Baldwin. So a lot of big games coming up for the Indians. Okay, so this is the third game of the match. Peters is up 2-0. So if Peters wins this one, they will take the match. If Plum pulls off a win, we'll go to a fourth game. Our last home game here at AHN Arena, we were interrupted in the third game by a fire drill that caused a pause in play for about a half hour. So hopefully that will not happen again this evening. The Plum Mustangs will start out serving in this third game. PT Indians in serve receive. Mahoney's serve over. Klein sets it. Hit and kill for Anthony Lingus. Lingus has played a good game this evening. I mentioned his name several times. Alex Klein's serve is over. Plum pulls it back, keeps it in play. Free ball hit over. Goes wide of the stick. 2-0 Indians. Alex Klein serve over. Mustang set. Hit and kill. Number 23. Max with Grace. Smith will re-enter for Plum. Back to serve is their libero, Seth Favreau. His jump serve over. Peters keeps it in play. McMahon on the hit. Goes long. Point Plum Mustangs. Serves over. Set up. Pushed over by Peters. Plum hits it. Peters digs it out. Set up by Klein. McMahon on the hit and kill. Score is 3-2. Peters Township leading. Lingus serve over. Plum sets it up. That hit goes long. 4-2. Peters Township leads. Lingus jump serve over. A little bit long at the end line. Point to Plum. Jacob Pedley back to serve for Plum. His serve over. Klein sets. McMahon on the hit. Kill. I lost track of the number of kills by McMahon. I'm going to guess it's got to be up around the double digits, though. O'Donnell's jump serve over. Goes long by a hair. Point Plum. Grice serve over. PT sets. McMahon hit. Ball touched the stick. Point will go to Plum. Something touched the stick. I don't know if it was the ball or McMahon's hand. Regardless, it was an illegal play. Peters sets. Deegan on the hit this time. Plum can't keep it in play. 6-5, Peters Township. Maxwell for McMahon. M&M. Maxwell's jump serve over. Pushed down by Plum, doesn't catch Peters off guard. They push it right back. 7-5, Peters Township. Good job by number 11, Alex Klein. Push that ball right back over. Maxwell's serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit. Set by PT. Deegan's hit goes into the net. Point Plum Mustangs. Okay, Smith serve over. Kept in play by Peters Township, but hit by Peters Township, but not kept in play. That hit the top of the player's foot. That is a legal move in volleyball. It can come right off the top of their foot, just so it doesn't touch the ground. Smith serve over. Klein got a little crazy on that set. Point go to Plum. Smith serve over. Free ball. Hit over by PT. Set up now by Plum. Hit blocked at the net by PT. Set up again. It's a hit and kill for Deegan. Once again, I feel like it's a decent amount of kills for Deegan tonight. I don't have the exact number, but he's doing a good job. His serve goes over. Shanked out of play. Point for Peters Township. Okay, Deegan serve over. Plum sets. Push blocked. Set up again. Goes out of play. Point to the Indians. Deegan serve into the net. Point Plum. Smith will enter for Pedley. Newland's jump serve over. Overpass by Peters. Plum can't put it down. Point Peters Township. Hemmingson return to the game. Sales will serve. Sales serve over. Peters caught off guard with the push. Point to the Plum Mustangs. Mahoney's serve over. Peters sets it. Brought back. Set up now by Plum. Hit and blocked. But out of play. Point will go to Plum. Once again, number 23, Maxwell Grice on that hit for Plum. Serve over. Peters sets. Lingus hit goes long. Plum takes the lead, 12-11. Serves over, right back. Plum sets it. That hit's put down by number 7, Adam Smith. Plum is now up 13-11. I believe this is Plum's first lead of the evening. Mahaney's serve over. Klein sets, Lingus hits. Kept in play, point Peters Township. The M&M change. McMahon for Maxwell. Klein's jump serve over. Mustang set. They can't keep it out of the net. Point will go to Peters Township. Tied at 13. Klein's serve grazes the net but goes over. Plum can't get a handle on it. Point Peters Township. A serve is allowed to touch the net as long as it continues to the other side. That's a fair play. Klein serve over. Mustang set. Grice on the hit. Dug out by PT. Set up. Matt McMahon pushes over. Drops in the middle. 15-13. Peters Township leads. Klein serve over. Plum sets. Grice on the push. Peters sets it up. Lingus can't get the hit over. It's now 15-14 Peters Township. Smith returns for Plum. Back to serve is their libero, Seth Favreau. His jump serve over. Peters digs it. Klein sets. McMahon hit and kill. Lingus serve over. Plum sets. Brought over. Klein sets it up. McMahon on the hit. Another kill for number 34, Declan McMahon. Plum's going to take a timeout. Score is 17-14, Peters Township leading in this game number 3. Okay, Lingus serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit. And kill. Number 23, Maxwell Grice. Pedley re-enters for Plum to serve. His jump serve long at the end line. 18-15 PT. Sales will come in for Hemingsway. O'Donnell's jump serve over. Plum keeps it in play. Free ball pulled back. Peters sets it. Klein does a good job to keep it off the net. Point goes to Plum. It's number 14, Alex Smith, on the push. Grice's jump serve over. PT sets. McMahon hit and kill. Maxwell in for McMahon. 19-16 Peters Township. Maxwell back to serve. His serve over. Plum sets it up. Peters can't put down the overpass. Point will go to Plum. Smith serve over. Peters keeps it in play. Free ball. Peters can't get to the third hit, third pass. Point will go to Plum. Smith hard serve over. Peters sets it up. Deegan on the hit. Plum sets now. Peters keeps in play. Good volley going here. Free ball pulled back. Plum sets. It's number 25, Eli Washak, on a hit and kill for Plum. Now Peters is going to call a timeout with the score tied up at 19. Smith serve over. Joust at the net, goes down on Plum's side. Free ball brought back. Peters sets. Sales on the hit. Set up by Plum. Pushed over. Peters can't get to it. Point Plum. Score is 20-19. Plum leading. Smith serve over. Peters digs it out. Deegan on the hit. Goes long. 21-19 Plum. Smith serve over. Peters keeps it in play. Free ball pushed. Set up now by Plum. Blocked at the net. Deegan and Sales on the block. It's now 21-20. Plum leads. Deegan's jump serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit and kill by number 19, Jackson Noland. Adam Smith re-enters for Plum. Noland's back to serve. His serve goes into the net. Hemmingson re-enters for Peters. Sales is back to serve. Sales serve over. Free ball brought back by Plum. Klein sets. Lingus on the hit. Goes long. 23-21 Plum. Mahaney's serve over. Overpass by PT. Put down by Plum. 24-21, game point here for the Plum Mustangs. Peters Township's going to call a timeout, make them think about it. Mahaney's serve over. Dig out. Point goes to Peters Township. Referee is going to have a quick discussion with the players, explain what happened. And the point's going to go over to Plum. I didn't really know what happened. I saw a joust at the net, but I wasn't really sure what side it landed on. But point ultimately goes to Plum. That serves over. Peters sets. Lingus on the hit. 4 hits by Peters Township. Game 4 will go to Plum, a score of 25-21. We'll take a break for a few minutes, then move on to game number 4. Okay, teams are getting ready to take the court here for the 4th game. And I think I mentioned last game that we had a fire drill in the 3rd game against South Fayette. I was mistaken. That fire drill was actually in the 5th game versus South Fayette the other evening. I don't know what I was thinking there, but regardless, we'll enter this 4th game with Peters Township serving. Peters Township up 2-1. So they win this one, the match is done. Plum wins, we go to 5. Klein serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit. Touched at the net. Peters set. Lingus on the hit. Peters sets it again. McMahon with the push. Block at the net. It's number 20, Hemmingson. And Lingus on the block. Peters Township out of rotation on that play. Point will go to Plum. Scores tied at 1. Peters sets it up. McMahon's hit blocked at the net. 2-1 Plum. It was Grice and Smith on the block. Mahaney's serve grazes, goes over. Point Plum. That serves over. Klein sets. McMahon's hit into the net. 4-1 Plum. Need to get those sets just a bit closer to the net. McMahon's very effective. Peters sets. Lingus on the hit. Plum sets it up now. That hit goes into the net. Point Peters Township. 4-2 Plum Mustangs lead. Lingus serve over. Lingus serve into the net. Favreau's jump serve over. PT sets. McMahon on the hit. And kill. Sales re-enters for PT. Bryce O'Donnell is back to serve. Donald's jump serve over. Mustangs set it up. Hit and kill. Number 23, Maxwell Grice. Pedley re-enters for Plum to serve. His serve over. PT sets it up. Deegan's hit goes long. Peters Township could definitely use a side out here. Pedley serve over. Klein sets. Sales touched the net on that hit. Point will go to Plum. Serves over. Peters sets. Can't get the third pass. Point to Plum. Pedley's serve over. Klein sets. Deegan on the push. Goes down. Point Peters Township. M for M. Maxwell back to serve. His serve over. Plum sets it up. Grice. Hit and kill. Got to be double-digit kills on the night for Grice as well. His serve over. Double hit by Peters Township. Point Plum. Grice serve over. Klein sets. Deegan on the push. Blocked at the net by Plum. It's now 12-4. Peters Township will call a timeout. I tell you what, folks, since about midway through that third game, things have gone all Plum's way. I don't know what happened with Peters Township, if they just lost their momentum or what happened, but things have taken a turn here. Hopefully Peters Township can get it back in this fourth game. Grace serve over. Off the tips of PT. Kept in play. Brought back. Set up by Plum. Brought right back by PT. Set up again by Plum. Blocked at the net. Someone was on the net. Little confusion there who it was, but ended up being Plum. Point will go to Peters Township. Deegan's jump serve over. Shanked by Plum. Ace for Deegan, point for Peters Township. 12-6, Plum leads. Deegan serve over again. Shanked by Plum. 12-7, Plum leads. Nice little run here by Peters Township with Ryan Deegan serving. Hopefully they can keep it going for a few more points. Deegan serve over. Overpass by Plum. Peters puts it right down. That was Sales on the put down for Peters Township. Deegan's jump serve over. Plum sets, hit, touched the net by Peters. Set up now by PT. Lingus puts it in. Free ball brought back. Goes wide of the end, long of the end line. Good job by Ryan Deegan. Good eye there. He was just ready to touch that, decided to let it go, went out of play. Deegan serve into the net. Good run there by Ryan Deegan. Got things closer. The score is now 13-9. Plum leads. Smith serve over. Overpass by Plum, by Peters. Plum can't put it down. Peters keeps it in play. Set up now by Plum. Blocked at the net by PT. Pushed long. Set up by Plum again. Good net there. Good net play by Klein. Free ball brought back. Good volley by both teams. Set up by PT. Lingus with the hit. That goes down. Hemmingson re-enters for Peters. Sales serve over. Mustangs set it up. That hit's blocked at the net. 13-11. Plum leads. Sales jump serve over. Mustangs set. That hit brought right back. Overpass. Good job by PT. Letting that go out of play. Mustangs will call a timeout. The score's 13-12. They're leading. Peters is on about a 7-point run here, though. Sales serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit at the net. Peters sets. Lingus can't get the push over. Point will go to Plum. Newland serve over. Klein sets. Hemmingson with the hit. Goes long. Point Plum. Newland serve into the net. Point PT. M&M switch. Klein to serve. Klein serve over. Mustang set. Block at the net. McMahon and Hemmingson on the block. Have called their names several times this evening. Klein serve over. Mustang set it up. A little push gets in. Point Plum. Mulhenny serve over. McMahon on the hit. Kill for McMahon. Lingus serve over. Plum sets it. Grice on the push. Peters player into the net. Point Plum. Was libero Seth Favreau on that ace for Plum. 18-15, Plum leads. Favreau serve over. Peters keeps it in play. Free ball pushed. Plum puts it over. Peters can't get to it. 19-15, Plum leads. Favreau's serve goes long. It's now 19-16 Plum. Sales will go in for Hemmingson. O'Donnell's serve over. Ace, Bryce O'Donnell, point Peters Township. O'Donnell's serve grazes the net, then heads over. Blocked at the net. Sales and Deegan on the block. Score is 19-18. Plum leads. O'Donnell serve over. Plum sets. Grace on the hit and kill. Score is 20-18 Plum. Pedley re-enters the game. Nice little run there by Peters Township to get a few of those points back. Good serving by Bryce O'Donnell. Pedley serve over. PT sets. McMahon hit. Long, point Plum. Pedley serve over. Klein sets. McMahon on the hit. Blocked at the net by Plum. Set up now by Plum. Blocked by PT. Point PT. Once again, Sales and Deegan combining on the block. The M&M switch for PT. Maxwell back to serve. Maxwell's serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit. Out of play by Peters, point Plum. 22-19, Plum leads. Bryce's serve over. Klein sets. Deegan on the push. Blocked. Set up. Pushed over by Klein. Right back by Plum. It's going to be a carry. Point Peters Township. Deegan's done a good job at serving tonight. We need him to rattle off a few points right here. His serve goes into the net. 23-20, Plum leads. Smith serve over. Klein sets. Lingus on the hit. Touched by a Plum player. Point Peters Township. A lot of P's going on here this evening. Sales serve over. Joust at the net. Falls on Plum's side. Point Peters Township. 23-22, Plum leads. Sales serve over. Mustang set it up, push at the net. Set up now by PT. Lingus on the push. Set up now by Plum. Good volley. Bryce on the hit. Klein sets. Lingus with another. Plum sets it now. Plum drops it in. 24-22, Plum leads. Game 4 point here for Plum. Peters Township will call a timeout with this game point on the line. Newland serve over. Peters keeps it in play. Lingus on the push. Plum sets it up now. Touched the net by PT. Set up now by PT. Lingus with another push. Plum keeps it in play. Pushed back over. Ref calls a double hit. Point, Peters Township. The M&M switch for PT. Alex Klein will be back to serve. Now Plum will call a timeout. Long match this evening, folks. Looking at the live stream, we're going on about an hour and 45 minutes now. A lot of timeouts and a lot of games have gone down to 25. High scores by both teams. Klein serve over. Plum sets. That hit. Set up now by PT. Lingus at the net. Touched by Plum. Set up now. Point goes to Plum. Game 4 ends. Score of 25-23 Plum. Take a brief break. Then move on to game number 5. Okay, folks. Teams take the court for the 5th and final game. Peters Township will start out serving in this 5th game. Plum and serve receive. Alex Klein's serve goes over. Plum sets it up. Hit is touched. PT sets it up. Now Lingus with the hit. Plum sets it. PT sets now. McMahon on the hit and kill. Score is 1-0 Peters Township. This final game will be to 15, win by 2. So the first points are always critical. Klein serve over. Plum sets it up. Free ball pushed. Goes out of play. 2-0 Peters Township. Klein serve close, but heads over. Mustangs keep it in play. Brought back. PT sets. McMahon on the hit. Plum can't keep it in play. 3-0 Peters Township. Alex Klein's serve is over. Plum sets it. Plum pushes it over. Goes out of bounds. 4-0 Peters Township. Klein serve over. Plum sets. Hit brought right back by Peters Township. Plum hits it out of play. 5-0 Peters. Plum will call a timeout. Okay, to score 5-0. In this 5th and final game, the only server thus far has been Alex Klein for Peters Township. He will continue. Serve goes into the net. Plum's timeout worked in jinxing his serve. Mulhenny serve over. PT sets it up. Hemmingson on the hit. Brought right back. Set again. McMahon on the push. Plum sets it now. Goes long. 6-1 Peters Township. Lingus serve over. Mustang set. Grice on the hit and kill. Number 23, Maxwell Grice, another kill. Alex Smith re-enters, serving. Libero, Seth Favreau. Serve goes long, point Peters Township. Sales for Hemmingson. Donald serve over. Plum sets. Grace is hit into the net. Point Peters Township. Donald serve over. Plum sets. It's a hit and kill by number 7, Alex Smith of Plum. He'll take a seat. Pedley will replace him. Pedley serve over. PT sets it. Deegan's hit. Plum keeps in play, pushes long. Deegan with the push again. Plum sets. Grace with the hit and kill. 8-4, Peters Township leads. Pedley serve over. Klein sets. McMahon with the hit. Plum digs it out. Hit goes into the net. Point Peters Township. M&M switch. Maxwell back to serve. Maxwell's serve over. Plum sets it up. Hit and kill. Number 19, Jackson Newland. Score is 9-5. Peters Township leads. Grace serve over. Klein sets. Deegan on the hit. Touched by Plum. 10-5. Peters Township leads.
5 more points. You got this.
Crowd really getting into the game here this evening. Deegan serve over. Plum sets. Hit. Wide. 11-5. Peters Township leads. 11-5. Peters Township leads game 5. Ryan Deegan serving. Serve goes into the net. Point Plum. Smith serve over. BT sets. Lingus with the push. Plum sets. Brought right back. Peters can't get a handle on it. Point Plum Mustangs.
Come on, side out.
Smith serve over. Klein sets it up for Sales. Dug out by Plum. Referee called a double hit. 12-7, Peters Township leads. Sales serve over. Plum sets it. Hit and kill. Number 25, Eli Waschak. Smith re-enters. Newland serving. His serve over. Off the tips of PT, but they keep it in play. Brought back. Point Peters Township. 13-8 Peters Township leads. McMahon comes into the front row. Alex Klein back to serve. Klein serve over. Plum sets it. Pushed. Set up again by PT. McMahon on the hit. Dug out by Plum. Blocked at the net. Out of play. Point Plum. Serves over. Goes out of play. 13-10, Peters Township. Now PT will call a timeout to talk things over. Plum serve over. Klein sets for PT. McMahon with the hit and kill. 14-10, Peters Township. Game and match point on the line here for PT. Lingus serve goes into the net. Plum keeps alive. Seth Favreau back to serve. Favreau's serve over. PT sets. Deegan on the hit. Plum player touched. Final score in Game 5, 15-11, Peters Township. Peters Township takes the match in 3 sets. So as I mentioned, Peters Township traveling to Seneca Valley, then hosting a tournament this weekend. We will be back for the next home game versus a section game versus Bethel Park on April 4th. Until then, Neil Bear, Peters Township Boys Volleyball. Thank you.